Fearful Caitlin Clark sets an example as Stalker suffers $10,000 fine and lengthy jail time. They followed me home, sent AI-generated nude images of me to my family members, shared WNBA star Angel Reese in a podcast episode last year. While Reese praised Caitlin Clark's abilities as a player and their rivalry on the court, she also blasted the unacceptable behavior of certain Clark supporters in her podcast. But now, Reese is not the only one having gone through something this disturbing. Similar circumstances have just befallen Caitlin Clark also. WNBA star Caitlin Clark recently became the target of a Texas man who allegedly stalked her with persistent threats and explicit messages sent via social media. Arrested and charged in Indianapolis, the man's alarming behavior included statements such as "driving around your house 3x a day," and "I'm getting tickets. I'm sitting behind the bench." Investigators traced these messages to IP addresses linked to a local hotel and library in Indianapolis. Interestingly, the stalker continued his behavior even after law enforcement approached him. He said his texts were meant to be harmless and that he was referring to an imaginary relationship. Despite his dismissive justification, the messages made Clark very fearful. The young basketball star admitted that she had to change how she looked in public to stay safe. The man is now charged with level 5 felony stalking, which carries a maximum prison sentence of 1 to 6 years and a fine of up to $10,000. Prosecutors have requested a restraining order to bargain from entering Indiana's major sports venues, including Hinkle Fieldhouse and Gainbridge Fieldhouse, where the Indiana Fever regularly competes. Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears praised Clark for reporting the stalking incident. "It takes a lot of courage for women to come forward in these cases, which is why many don't," Mears said. He also praised the swift and serious action of Pacers Sports and Entertainment and the Marion County Sheriff's Office, which resulted in the perpetrator's arrest. While Caitlin isn't the first, many other WNBA players have spoken up about online harassment as well. Unfortunately, Caitlin Clark's case is the latest unfortunate example of the harassment of female athletes. And it's been too common among WNBA players, especially in high-profile moments like the playoffs. It's become a distressing norm for these athletes, especially when they're targeted with racist, sexist, and homophobic messages online. Another prominent WNBA star to speak out was Brittany Griner, who has spoken about racist taunts. While Angel Reese admitted that AI-generated nude images of her were shared online, the Connecticut Sun's Dejonae Carrington shared a graphic email packed with threats and racial slurs. Alyssa Thomas also described being the victim of intense racist bullying during her playoff run. The stories are as disturbing as they are, but they are all about a deeply ingrained issue of the digital age. The WNBA and NCAA have pledged they would do something to address these troublesome trends. The WNBA has made zero tolerance for racist, derogatory, or threatening comments and is diligently monitoring threatening activity online. An NCAA report showed that 10% of the social media posts reviewed were racist, 9% were homophobic or transphobic, and 6% contained violent threats. Caitlin Clark's taking a stand against her stalker and getting justice illuminates exactly how important it is to speak about harassment. Not only does her actions ensure her safety, but also that of a woman in sports and beyond. But her case is also a harsh reminder of the problems that remain for female athletes to protect their security and their dignity on and off the court.